So, Mario Party Superstars has been out for a while, and I'm just gonna say it, this game is phenomenal. Mario Party Superstars is a true return to form for Mario Party. It brought back the chaotic nature the series is known for, it brought back 5 classic boards from the N64 era of Mario Party, and it brought back 100 minigames from across all 10 of the mainline Mario Party games before Super Mario Party. Regardless of what you think of each Mario Party, it can't be denied that every Mario Party at the very least had some awesome minigames. Some of those minigames took place during the winter and featured lots of snow and ice. So, since it's the Christmas season, I decided to go through every Mario Party game and picked the greatest snow-themed minigame from each of them. So today, I'm going to rank the top 10 best snow-themed minigames throughout the Mario Party series, with each game getting allowed one nominee for this list. This list will be based on how fun the minigame is, as well as some of my personal preferences. But before we start, it turns out that 81% of you watching this aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you think this video is cool and see a big red subscribe button, make sure to click it so you can see more videos like this in the future. And with all that said, let's go! The N64 Mario parties are classics. While they may not be my personal favorite Mario parties, I will always hold a tremendous amount of respect for them because they helped lay the groundwork for Mario parties to come. One of these N64 games was Mario Party 2, and that game featured quite a few snow-themed minigames, one of them being Speed Hockey, the first minigame on this list. In this 2 vs 2 minigame, 2 teams must slide from side to side to keep the Koopa shell from sliding into their goal. The longer it takes for the shell to score, the more the shell will speed up until it eventually does score on someone. This minigame is basically a giant version of those table hockey games you find at arcades, and seeing as I really like those things, I can have some fun when playing this minigame. This minigame did come back in the top 100 and Superstars, and the version from Superstars is easily the best version of this minigame. Mario Party 7 was the last Mario Party game released on the GameCube and is one of the more forgettable Mario Party games. In fact, the GameCube Mario parties in general all kind of blend together with not a whole lot of unique qualities. However, that doesn't diminish the fact that they all had some great standout minigames, and while Snow Ride from Mario Party 7 may not be as standout, it's still pretty fun. The name doesn't lie. You ride down in the snow. This is a 4-player snowboard race down a mountain where you need to slide through rings, avoid pipes, and jump off ramps to make it to the end before everyone else. You can even see the other players racing if you're close enough to them, and that's basically the whole minigame. Like I said, this isn't really a highlight minigame from Mario Party 7, but the reason I included it is because it's the snow-themed minigame that I have the most fun with whenever I play this game. Before Mario Party Superstars came out, Super Mario Party was the closest we got to a return to form for Mario Party. It wasn't perfect, but it finally got rid of the cars from Mario Party 9 and 10, and it mostly prioritized one type of game mode instead of multiple like Island Tour and Star Rush. This game also had some pretty cool minigames, kind of like Penguin Pushers, the next minigame on this list. In this 4-player team minigame, a mother penguin needs to gather up her children, and it's up to the 4 players to round them all up before time runs out. Sounds easy, right? Well, it doesn't help much that these baby penguins run all over the place because they just refuse to listen to their mom, and they run around on a very slippery ice rink, which makes the character slide around, making the game a little more tricky. This minigame may not be anything crazy, but it's still pretty fun and something that I enjoy playing from time to time. Out of all the Mario parties on the GameCube, I'd say that Mario Party 6 is the most distinct. That's mostly because of the day and night cycle that game introduced, which was a really cool thing that, weirdly enough, never came back in any of the Mario Party games afterwards. Mario Party 6 also had some pretty incredible minigames, and one of said minigames was Snowball, a surprisingly memorable minigame if I'm being honest. This is a 1 vs 3 minigame where the 3 people are on one side and the 1 person is on the other side with a group of of monkeys, apparently, or shy guys if it's in the night. The objective of the game is to throw snowballs at each other that somehow can freeze you into an ice statue, and keep doing that until one side has all of its members out. While this minigame might seem unfair, it's actually balanced really well, and it's pretty satisfying to win, and that's why I chose this minigame for Mario Party 6. Before Super Mario Party released on the Switch, Mario Party 8 was the best-selling Mario Party game for home consoles. That was probably because it was released on the Wii, but it's definitely a really fun game and had lots of memorable boards and minigames. Speaking of minigames, Mario Party 8 had a few different minigames that involved snow, but the one I'm choosing for this list is Snow Way Out. This is another 1 vs 3 minigame where the 3 people are running around on the roof of a house, and the 1 person is in this snowball launcher on the ground. The 1 player needs to keep throwing snowballs, which again can entirely freeze you for some reason, at the 3 players, and the 3 players have to keep running around without getting frozen until time runs out. Once again, that does seem unfair, but what makes it work is that the 1 player can throw snowballs very quickly, and the 3 have lots of movement. This is a very balanced minigame that's also really fun at the same time. Mario Party 4 was the very first Mario Party to be featured on the GameCube. While the GameCube Mario Parties may look pretty similar and Mario Party 4 doesn't hold up as well when compared to other Mario Parties, I will always respect it because this game gave us a true evolution from the N64 games. It also had lots of amazing minigames to go along with the boards, kind of like Mr. Blizzard's Brigade. Now, I don't know why Mr. Blizzard has beef with Mario, but anyways, this is a free-for-all minigame where the 4 players must run around on a slippery ice rink and avoid the snowballs being thrown by the Mr. Blizzards, which, once again, can somehow completely freeze you up with one touch. The longer it takes for the minigame to end, the more Mr. Blizzards will show up to freeze players until 1 player remains. This minigame is really fun because it truly tests your skills, and the fact that it constantly gets harder as the game progresses keeps you on the edge of your seat. I think I speak for everyone when I say that the Wii U was not one of Nintendo's greatest accomplishments. This console only got 1 Mario Party game, Mario Party 10, and coming from someone who thought Mario Party 9 wasn't that bad, I played this game and didn't think it was all that good. But hey, at least Mario Party 10 had some pretty awesome minigames, and one minigame that I definitely enjoyed was Ice Slide You Slide. This minigame is another 4-player race where the players have to jump over snowballs and slide under these pink walrus things. You swing the Wii remote up to jump over the snowballs and press the B button to slide under the walruses, and once you finish all that stuff, you swing the Wii remote rapidly to quickly run to the end, which might not be a great idea because we're on ice, but whatever. This minigame is probably the most basic on this list, but it does make for a surprisingly great minigame, and that's why it's on the top half of this list. As I alluded to in the last segment, I personally didn't think Mario Party 9 was that bad. The reason mostly comes down to that this was the very first Mario Party I have ever played, so the whole car thing and linear boards didn't ever bother me because I had never heard of Mario Party until this game. Mario Party 9 also had some truly remarkable minigames, and the snow minigame I'm picking for this list is Polar Extreme. This minigame takes place on freezing water and has lots of ice chunks floating around in it. The 4 players need to jump on the ice, which sometimes breaks if you stand on it, and avoid the penguins waddling around it, and try to make it to the boat faster than anyone else. If you fall in the water too many times, then you freeze up and are out for the rest of the minigame. What makes this minigame fun is that it really tests your platforming skills in a really creative way, and it's fun to try and beat your friends to the end. Mario Party 3 was the final Mario Party to be featured on the Nintendo 64. While it may not be as good as Mario Party 1 or 2, in my opinion, it still holds up as a really fun and important game in the Mario Party series. Mario Party 3 is also home to some really memorable and iconic minigames, such as Cheep Cheep Chase, Bounce and Trounce, Eats a Pizza, and the second to last minigame of this list, Snowball Summit. This 4-player minigame takes place on the top of a snowy mountain in the middle of the night. The players have to mash a button to create a snowball and then rolled around to make the snowball bigger. You then have to push the snowballs and try and hit the other players until you're the last person on the mountain. The bigger the snowball is, the more of an impact it will have when you hit someone. This minigame is really fun to play, and something about knocking your opponents with giant snowballs is really satisfying. In fact, this minigame was so good that it came back in the top 100 and Superstars, but it's not quite as good as number 1. Mario Party 5 was the very first GameCube Mario Party I ever played. I played it when a friend of mine brought it over from his house, and I had a blast playing it with him. This is probably my personal favorite GameCube Mario Party. It's not the best, but it's my favorite. It has some of the most distinct boards from the GameCube Mario Parties and some of the most memorable minigames, with one of them being my pick for the best snow minigame in the Mario Party series, Pushy Penguins. This 4-player minigame takes place on the edge of a glacier populated with tons of penguins. The objective is to stay on the glacier until time runs out or you're the last one standing. The catch is that all of those penguins will start rushing towards the water and push you off unless you can maneuver your way around them. This minigame is a ton of fun and it's definitely the most action-packed minigame on this list, so that's why it's my favorite snow-themed minigame in all of Mario Party. Thank you guys so much for watching my latest top 10. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to give it a like and let me know down in the comments which one of these minigames is your favorite. Also, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll know when I post more Christmas videos like this. Have a great day, stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next one.